our live NBA rundown time. RunPureSports.com. We don't care about any static. We're here. We're going to give you the winners no matter what. I got Tyler with me. I got Kurt with me. And I have Meg with me. Meg, we appreciate you taking time out of the busy schedule. Let everyone know what's going on before we start with the NFL draft and all the content you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, I always wear my Fan Speak shirt on draft day. So happy NFL draft day to people who love the NFL draft. For our family business, this is a big one for us. As we talked about on the Draft Props show, we have a mock draft simulator, and it's called On the Clock, and we have On the Clock live tonight and tomorrow night. So you can draft live based on real-time data and picks. We take out the picks, we take out the team needs that got addressed, and then you can draft live tonight and tomorrow night. So exciting stuff over there at fanspeak.com.
Well, we're glad you took a quick break from the NFL draft.
Love hanging out with you guys.
Talk some NBA with us. But Tyler, I feel like today's going to be like a funeral. I mean, my Kings lost in Golden State. Milwaukee gets eliminated from the playoffs. And you sent me the tweet, right? About Giannis. And I can't even argue.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to make your free throws if you want to be the best player in the world. You have to be able to hit a jump shot if you want to be
spread. Can we just talk about the play off the jump ball at the end of the game when they tipped it right to him? And he was petrified to get fouled right there.
Yeah.
He caught that ball and just threw it away. He was like, "You guys are not fouling me. I am not being the guy standing at the free throw line late in the game."
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Middleton jumping into the cameraman head first, the ball's out of bounds and the Heat get the ball right there and they probably win it in regulation. So, I mean, I agree with our guy Devin in chat. Fire Coach Bud. Like
this might be the thing. And you know what? Maybe it's time for a new voice there.
Yeah, definitely time for a new voice. And everyone's giving him like props for what he said after in his post-game interview about how it wasn't a failure and this and that. This season was 100% a failure.
No, what he said was absolutely right.
No. If LeBron says that, you slander him. I don't want to hear it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, if LeBron...
Since when do I ever slander LeBron?
I mean...
Pointing out performance-enhancing drug use is not slander. But, Kurt, you have to agree with me, right? In 100 years, nobody's going to remember any of this, right? Mikey and the rest of his minions prove that no one's even going to care 20 years from now what these players accomplish, right? So the important thing is that we're working on ourselves. We're making ourselves healthier. We're building good habits. I agreed with Giannis. What did you think of his post-game statements, Kurt?
Well, I loved it, first of all. And second of all, like, if they were lost the second round, like a game 7 second round, is anyone really going to give a shit 5 years from now if it was the first round or the second round game 7? Like, no, not really. Like, Giannis got hurt. It fucked everything up. I mean, the Heat are a good team. Like, yeah, obviously you didn't get to the finals, but no one's going to remember, like, at what time you got knocked out. And it's hard to go back-to-back. So, sure, they're not happy about it, but, like, I mean, come on. They just won the championship, so I don't think it's that. You should be satisfied, but come on. Let's not be in the pits there forever. Only one team won it all. And it's going to be the Celtics, so.
Oh.
I mean, they rightful favorites now.
They can't close out this Atlanta team. They might have their hands full next round.
Oh, well,
God forbid Philly does the Knicks the favor of knocking Boston out of the way. A Knicks Lakers finals. Tell me that wouldn't bring in some money.
What do you mean? This like what? Knicks, fuck the Knicks. The Celtics, fucking Lakers, and whatever.
New York back in the final. I mean, I agree. That's what we're gonna get. But if the Celtics get knocked out, nobody wants to see Philly, LA. We want New York, LA.
Agreed. Okay.
Nobody wants to see Philly do anything. We don't want to watch Embiid flop around on the ground. To be fair, at least
we don't need Embiid. We don't need Embiid and Harden all on the ground, and LeBron yelling at the ref.
Yeah, that would be a terrible series. Meg, they did bring up a team, though, that has exceeded expectations. This season cannot be considered a failure for the New York Knicks. What did you think as they eliminated the Cavs? I thought the Cavs would have a little more fight in them.
I sure did, too.
Wow, once again, Jalen Brunson outduels Donovan Mitchell in a playoff series. That's 2 years in a row. What were your thoughts on the New York Knicks?
Shocked that just, the Cavs kind of laid an egg at home. shocked that Donovan Mitchell hasn't stepped up this series. I laddered his points last night, bet his threes, thinking, he's just going to take over and get this win at home. And, he didn't. They didn't. And I was really, really, really surprised. I still thought from what I've seen in the series this far that the Knicks were going to win the series, but I thought the Cavs were going to win at home, and I thought Mitchell would perform much better.
Tyler, what did you think of your Knicks getting that win?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't catch much of the game. I was at the baseball game, so I mean, I was just watching that one. But it was nice.
I'll catch you up. And for those who didn't watch, it was the same story the whole series. Donovan Mitchell is really having problems creating against playoff pressure style defense. Well, Jalen Brunson's game translates well to the playoffs. The second thing is the Cavs' advantage all season had been the play of their big men, right? Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein completely outplayed the Cavs big men. Jared Allen wasn't ready. Mitchell Robinson's getting putbacks like it's crazy. I think they out-rebounded him at a 5-to-1 ratio as far as offensive rebounds.
He humbled them, man.
Yeah. So Donovan Mitchell wasn't ready, and these Twin Towers did not look so tall there against the Cavs. Kurt, did you see that one, and what were your thoughts?
I mean, so Mitchell Robinson went to WKU, so someone who graduated from Marshall, big Marshall basketball fan. Obviously, very aware of Mitchell Robinson from an early age, from his early career, and I always thought the talent was there, but it was awesome seeing what he did this series, man. He definitely took that next step. The dude just dominated. He's so underrated. Definitely one of the most. And I was saying this even before this performance, but yeah, dude, just awesome performance from him. The fact that he did it against these guys, it wasn't just some other front court. It was this front court, the Twin Tower. Everyone's terrified of this front court. Both guys can guard, can switch. It's awesome. So happy for Knicks fans, and definitely happy for Mitchell Robinson, even though he went to one of the rival schools.
All right, let's check in with the chat. Steve Boynton makes a good point. The Knicks rebounded 47% of their misses. Otter on the over says Okoro ain't it. We're not going to go at the fifth man, Otter.
I do
go with the star. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are the ones that didn't get it done. It's not the fifth man that's the reason they lost. It's because Mitchell and Garland couldn't keep up with their counterparts on the other end. I'm not blaming Isaac Okoro at all. Allen and Mobley aren't boxing out, right? Is that Isaac Okoro's fault too? Tyler, what more do you got for that one?
No, I wasn't talking about that game. I just wanted to touch on something from our draft show. We talked about Will Anderson going second at plus 380. News came out on the guy that was trying to go ahead of him, and he's now falling in the draft. Just check the odds on Will Anderson to go second overall spread. He is now minus 200. So anybody that got it,
I saw that tweet you made a week ago.
That was a great call, Tyler. Great call.
Look at you. All right. And, of course, Meg's going to be running the NFL draft later tonight. Do any of you guys want to talk about the biggest disappointment for me of that evening? And that was the Kings coming up short at home against the Warriors.
I do, because I was backing them. And I'm disappointed for you, Spread. I'm rooting for you.
Maybe I'm making excuses for him, and I'm sure the chat's going to jump all over me. I thought Fox's finger affected him. I thought he missed a lot of shots that we saw go in through the first 4 games.
Absolutely. I just watched, to be fair, I just saw the end of the third quarter to the end of the game. I didn't get to see the early parts of the game, but yeah, I had a lot of bets with Fox's assists, with some of the other guys' points, with the win, and a lot of things were close but didn't quite get there. And I just want to see the Kings win. I'm over the Warriors. I'm a girl that loves the underdog, loves betting the underdog, I loves rooting for the underdog, and I want to pull in for your team. So I bet them, and I was just disappointed, very disappointed to see how it all shook out, because they were in it. They were just I think they just need to hit some of those last shots, and like you said, you could tell at that point Fox was very affected.
Kurt, lots of basketball last night. Any other thoughts overall on what we saw last night in these series going forward?
I mean, the Warriors can't go on the road. The Warriors are dead. And then what happens? So, sometimes it helps to have playoff experience and be in these situations before. And regardless of what the spread is for that year on the road, put all that bullshit aside. One of those pivotal games of the series. Who takes it? the team with experience. So I hate a free spread, but it's kind of like it's how
I wasn't expecting us to beat the Warriors. Even when we were up 2-0, remember? I said all they have to do is win 2 games at home, and then it's a 3-game series, and they have all the experience and the best player on the floor. Tyler, we see a lot of our good buddies in the chat, right? Sylvester Payne, Robert, Matty I, Steve Boyton, Otter on the over. You know who Marquee Music Group in here as well. Do you know who we don't see today, Tyler?
Or that We the People.
And Jonathan Nelson. Why don't we see Jonathan Nelson? Where's Jonathan Nelson at today, Tyler? Something must have happened last night.
The Lakers took a loss, and he told me those Dodgers were going to smash the Pirates yesterday, and I think it went the other way last night.
I would have
both his teams lost, but I'm pretty sur our guy will show up at some point. Our guy Johnny Nelson always shows up.
What did you think about the only bright spot of last night for me?
I mean, I'm going to call.
First of all, how did we not get that over? Memphis sat at 106 for like 7 freaking minutes.
You talk about that one. What about the other one?
The Cavs over?
Yeah. What they sat at 201.
Yeah.
For 50 seconds left in the game, couldn't score.
I got screwed on all those overs, and then I wake up and I see some little chubby.
I tried to keep you off the Cavs over. I said it. You were like, it's too low. I was like, listen, they haven't crossed 200 the whole series. You're playing with fire, and they got crossed 200.
You
but
did.
They didn't
I don't
there.
care. It was the right call. Still, it was the right call. Unbelievable. All right, talk to me though about the only bright spot of the evening. The only thing that proper patriotic Americans can look to take a sliver of hope from last night. What did you see when the Grizzlies beat the Lakers, Tyler?
I didn't get to see that game either. Spread out of the baseball game. That was the second early game.
You can watch them when you get home like I do, right?
I don't rewatch them spread. I came home with
All
the
right.
head.
Kurt, did you see Lakers Grizzlies?
Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I just think, I don't know. I feel like kind of playing with your food a little bit. I think
playing with your meat.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely take.
Did you see when Doc Rivers said that?
Yeah, and you can't. Yeah.
Did he do that on purpose?
I don't know, but I mean, he's been known to put his meat a lot. So maybe he's just telling himself, like that guy's been on the other end of that so many times.
Oh yeah, didn't he get caught liking all those OnlyFans?
No, I mean, fucking, he can't close series. It's like I think he's trying to remind himself that hey, we need to take care of business and not fucking have blow a lead again because he's been notorious for that. So yeah, but I not too many takeaways. I mean, Jaws, it's an elite matchup for him, so he's going to keep crushing every time. Darren Jackson bounce back game, I called that, so that was nice. Yeah, I think the Lakers take care of business next game. I think it'll be one of the similar to game 4. Was it 4 when they blew him out? They made it an 11-point game, but they blew him out most of the game. Then Jaw went crazy in the 4th and made it an 11-point game. Yeah, I think it'll be kind of similar to that game script.
Meg, your thoughts on the Grizzlies and the Lakers?
I didn't get to watch that one really, so I was surprised that it was
only high point of the night. The only thing that was really worth watching last night.
I know. I watched the early games or the early part of the early games, and then the last part of the late game. So
what do you mean the only thing's worth watching, Spread? Sorry to cut you off, Meg, but
that's
the 2 night games that I got to watch had fantastic endings. I mean, those games were the ones to watch.
Yeah, they were the ones to watch for sure. Yeah,
it was sad. It was a sad ending. It was like watching international films.
The Bucks
like the 2
people
were in love and they die at the end. I mean, speaking French. All right. Robert thinks the Grizzlies and the Kings are both going to go to a game 7. Before we jump into tonight's game, what do you guys think? The Lakers are -4.5 and the Warriors are -7. Do you think either team can force a Sunday game 7? Or can I go watch some Return of the Jedi as it returns to the theaters this weekend on Sunday? Because there won't be any Game 7s. What do you think, Meg?
I think the Lakers are going to take care of business, just like Kurt said. So I don't think that one's going to 7. I'm rooting for the King. I keep thinking the Kings are going to get that that next win, that 3rd win. So I'm going to stick with that and be optimistic and say that they will push to a game 7.
Oh, that's
I believe that's what Title said yesterday. Maybe that they'll push to 7, but maybe it'll be flip flop. So
was that Tyler or Tyler?
I think Title said they could.
Title
still
tried
push.
to hustle me there, spread.
He did try to
He tried
hustle. I watched the
tried
show.
to get me to put 100 down on the Warriors winning yesterday and the Kings
Yep.
winning Game 6. There being a 7. I was like, you're not getting me. I was
Yeah.
like, I know something's up, and look what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you were sharp, Tyler. That was good. I saw that, but no, I mean, I still believe that can happen. It is a little concerning, obviously, with the Fox situation, but I'm still believing for you, spread, still keeping hope alive.
What do you think, Kurt? Am I going to be watching Return of the Jedi re-released in theaters this weekend after 40 years, or will I be at home watching Game 7 of NBA basketball?
Like I said, I think the Lakers take care of business. I think the Kings are more likely to snag one in Oracle, but I think both of them close out.
Yeah, I do too. The Warriors at home are just too good. The -7 reflects that. Suns, the Nuggets are -2.5 against the Suns in Game 1 on Saturday. Meg, will you be betting that game?
I'll probably take a wait and see approach in that game, but who knows? I always get involved a little bit, I'm sure, but I don't have a strong lean yet. So.
Kurt, Nuggets or Suns, Game 1 Saturday. Who do you like?
Give me the Nuggets.
Really, I was thinking of going the other way, but we'll talk about more of that tomorrow.
Well, I think I don't know. I see the line, but I'm leaning Nuggets. I think the public's going to be on the Suns. Not that it matters, but I really do think Nuggets can win Game 1, and then Suns win the next 2.
I was going to say I like Suns for the series, though.
Yeah. Suns are like -140 to win that series right now.
Okay.
The Knicks open up as 4.5-point favorites for Sunday morning against Sunday afternoon for you guys. Sunday afternoon against the Heat. Who do you like in that one, Kurt?
Let me get the Heat, baby.
What do you think? Heat or Knicks there, Meg?
I mean, I'm going to stop betting against Jimmy. So for right now, I think I'll just open with, still betting on playoff Jimmy.
Miami Heat are +160 to take Game 1. Let's dive into tonight. The Boston Celtics are now out to -7 in Atlanta, taking on the Hawks. Pretty close to what that total was. Last game, I think it closed at 8. Last game in Game 4 when they played Atlanta. Celtics win by 9, 129-121, in a game that went over the total. The total is once again 230 tonight. Tyler, start with you. Your thoughts here. Do the Celtics finish the series tonight?
Yeah, I think they finish it off here. I mean, you might get a little fight out of Atlanta in the first half.
A little fight? You're going to get a lot of fight.
I mean, but I just think it's one of those games where you see Tatum and Brown both go for 30+. And what was it? When they both go for 30+, they have like a 99.7 win percentage. I think they've lost one game. I don't see it happening here. These two guys are going to come in. They know they blew last game. They got to finish it off before it goes 7, because anything can happen in a Game 7. So I think they right the wrongs from last game, and they take care of business here. They win this game.
Oh, speaking of blowing it, we forgot to mention the Bucks blew like double-digit fourth-quarter leads in both the last 2 games.
That's brutal, yeah.
How disgusting. Kurt, your thoughts on, I see the jersey. Are you laying the 7? Is that why you're wearing the jersey, Kurt? Because you're taking the -7 tonight?
I'll do the alt. Give me Celtics 9.5.
Ooh, I like it.
And so tell everybody why you like the Boston Celtics.
I mean, for everything Tyler just said, I think they're not going to get caught napping again. I mean, this Hawks team can bite you in the ass. I think they shut down Trey. Seeing his stats in elimination games, obviously that didn't matter the other night. He went off. I don't think it happens again. We got so many guys we can throw at him. And I think it'd be funny if DeJounte comes back and then we whip their ass after he was talking shit on social media about going back to the A. Well, welcome to the house of pain, because we're going down to Atlanta. We're going to kick their ass. So,
Kurt, confident in his Celtics. What do you think, Meg?
I, too, am confident in Kurt's Celtics tonight to close it out for all the reasons that these guys said. Don't need to rehash it more, because I 100% agree that Celtics are winning. And I like
okay, so you like the Celtics, but you know what else you like tonight? Showdown slate, Meg, your specialty.
I do love showdown
pull
slates.
up some prices. And see where you're going to start at.
Well, Kurt's the guy doing the playbooks. Kurt and Rubio kill it on the playbooks. I do.
Right.
I love them.
Then, Kurt, we'll let you start with the DFS breakdown. Showdown slate tonight. Not a lot of news to wait for. I can make a lineup right now and feel pretty confident in it. What are your thoughts?
I made one earlier. Let's see what I did. So this is my like straight up thoughts.
You can't give out the whole lineup, remember.
No, I'm not. All I want you to do is say one thing, but Super Raw, pulled it up and just did Marcus Smart captain. I think he has a good game tonight.
You didn't Marcus Smart captain?
Was that surprising? Let's not act like he didn't break. Let's not act like he didn't break the Celtics franchise 3-point record against the Suns in a meaningless regular season game like 3 years ago. Okay, so the guy has. Right. I mean, he goes.
All right, I'm sorry I was acting like that.
One of like 45 fantasy point games. I think he can definitely get there. Yeah, so it kind of builds itself after that. And you kind of get whatever you want, really. You can get one of the forwards, Kongwu, Collins, one of them cats like that. Bay, maybe. I kind of feel like a Kongwu more here, but I don't mind Collins. But it just
I took over on Sadiq Bay's points. Robert says Brown over Tatum always. If you're only playing one, who would you rather have, Kurt?
It's a Tatum tonight, but in that lineup, actually, both. I'm giving the whole thing.
Yeah, if you do Marcus Smart, you can afford both. But let's say you go with a more traditional captain approach, Meg. Who would you rather have, Brown or Tatum tonight?
I always usually lean Tatum, but it does seem to oscillate. So I mean, it just truly could be either one. But I'm a Tatum girl, so I always lean Tatum in these situations, especially in this situation where he didn't play. He didn't put up a ton of points the other night. I see it being Tatum tonight, and so I'm going to be on Tatum personally.
Tyler, if you were building a lineup, who do you like in the captain spot, and what players are you targeting for value?
I haven't looked at pricing, but if I think it's Jaylen Brown tonight would be a big game for
you
him.
Like Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, he's been killing it this series. Tatum's been shooting a little worse, but Tatum gets more of the volume. So if he gets going, he's going to crush it.
With people think Tatum's get 30 and 10. What about a Tatum double and win?
Like that
for a player prop, Tyler. What would I get for that?
Yeah, I love that player.
Plus 132.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plus 132.
Can I ask you guys your thoughts on DeJounte Murray tonight? Do you think he just
he's going to outscore Trae Young?
You think he's going to? Okay, so I was going to say I think.
Wow.
Do you think he'll be lower owned in Showdown? Do you think that would be a interesting Showdown stand?
With the pricing, it might actually be kind of close, but Trae's still going to be more popular. But like I said, I think we win. I think it'd be funny because DeJounte comes back and we win, and I want us to shove down his throat. But as far as a points per value perspective, yeah, I think DeJounte Murray's there tonight. Because like I said, I think we stifle Trae. I think we make Trae have a shitty game. What's that going to result in?
Someone's got it. Yeah.
So it's going to be DeJounte.
And you guys mentioned a lot of the other players, but there is a lot of, I almost said Falcons. I do this all the time. There is a lot of Hawks. There is a lot of Hawks value of those other guys. Collins got.
Who's your favorite value play from the Hawks side?
I mean, if we're riding the hot hand, Collins. But I don't mind Okongwu and Bay too. So probably.
I like some Sadiq Bay.
I have a feeling it's an Okongwu day. I don't know why. He's not really been doing anything. Like Collins, I think he has more upside. Well, actually, both of them have more upside than Okongwu. But I don't know. I just have a feeling it's going to be an Okongwu game. When I say that, he's not going for something 35 burger. But I think he outscores both of them, gets 26 or something fantasy points, and it's enough.
Gotcha.
All right. Tyler, what other props are you looking at for tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going right back to that Trae Young turnovers over 4.5. It's probably plus money on DK. He's just turned over the ball so much in this series. He's hit it 3 out of the 6 games, or 3 out of the 5 games. In the games he didn't, he had 4. So I'm betting that over again here. And I mean, outside of that, I'm probably just staying away from everything else. To keep it simple tonight, spread 1 game. There's only a couple bets.
Kurt, did you have any player props that you want to jump in on?
Let me find him. Go ahead and go to Meg. I'll find some.
Meg, did you have any player props you're going to bet tonight?
Yeah, I like the Tatum double-double. I like the Tatum double-double and win. So I like both of them. But I also, from the Hawks side, that's why I kind of asked just kind of some feedback on Murray. He's put up some pretty consistent numbers or points, before he got suspended in the series 24, 29, 25, 23. So I like 25. So you get it at plus odds. To Kurt's point, if I think they are going to try to shut down Trae, and then hopefully that results in Murray getting his points prop.
Maybe looking at Trae Young assists then.
And I like that too. I like Trae Young assist, and I like Murray 25 plus. But then I have to dig more on the Boston side. Right now, I like Tatum's double-double is my favorite.
I don't know if we can do this in Showdown. But we've talked about it. Travis brought it up last Friday, and we've been preaching it all week. On these bigger slates, we're going one bench guy max. I don't know if we can do that tonight.
I got a little ladder action. So Tyler kind of goes hand in hand with Tyler saying Trey Young and turnovers. Let's go Marcus Smart. I think his last 2 games hasn't recorded a steal. So let's go a little ladder action. Marcus Smart to get 2+ steals is plus 100 on FanDuel. Marcus Smart to get 3+ steals is plus 330. So a little ladder action there.
Like it.
The issue with steals against the Hawks is they're so iso ball. It's hard for them to get turnovers.
I'm like 2-1 or 3-1 on steal props, and one of them's RJ Barrett. So I'm riding the hot hand.
Well, I stand corrected then.
I'm just saying. I'm definitely batting over 500.
All right. Speaking of, just like the
It's
Pirates
Marcus
were
Smart.
last
He's
night.
gonna anticipate things off ball. So it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's ISO, like still help D to the guy's dish. Like come on, it's Marcus Smart. It's Marcus Smart.
Unbelievable. Kurt, I can't believe we haven't seen like a woman in lingerie just wander behind you yet. It's only been dudes behind you. What's going on?
Dudes,
You're ruining the brand right now, Kurt.
Why?
I thought for sure we'd see some little like girl just
I ain't getting no bitches in Florida. Look at me. If we want to talk about my hot streak when I was in DC, I'm getting no bitches in Florida. Okay, none.
Why is that?
I'm
Do you
getting
think?
no bitches in Florida. No, none. Legitimately,
Why?
I know why Robert Kraft went to the fucking like rubbing tugs here. I ain't getting no pussy here, bro. None.
Brady's really that prolific right now. Brady's taking all your girls.
Look at me. I have no riz at all. I am washed.
Already, huh?
What?
I'm done.
All right, Kurt.
He said I give up.
Oh
You
my
want
God.
to get back on track, Kurt? Head down to Southwest, fly out to Sacramento, work out with your boy for a week, come back looking jacked, all hit some NBA winners, and you'll be back there. Scott Foster's in the
Scott
chat.
Foster's here.
You know I'm getting sympathy when I got Scott on my side. Always show me like that's how I know I'm down bad. He's actually on my
Scott
side.
Foster's in the
That's great.
chat.
I need
He
it.
said
Honestly,
calm.
I need it. Scott
Calm,
Foster.
Skirt.
Legends.
Oh my God. All right. Well, only one game.
See, Orlando. No, so I've matched with some in Orlando, and Orlando's, I don't know, Orlando's a little bit more my flavor. Like, I feel like if I was in Orlando, I'd be crushing. I'm in Tampa, and I'm getting no bitches, and I think the 50 or 60 miles actually would make a difference because the girl I'm matching with, I don't notice. I don't go and look and see that they're from Orlando at first, so, like, we'll be vibing, and I don't know, but let's be honest here. I think the Orlando chicks are a little bit more easier. I'm going to just be straight up. But I'm not in Orlando. I'm not driving to Orlando. It's like a 2-hour drive.
All right, Kurt breaking down the prospects of the Magic. All right, we only had one game today, and then now we're on to Kurt's dating life. I think we've covered everything.
Puerto Rico.
Scott Foster showed up. I mean, what else?
You got it all. You got it all.
Scott Foster, thumbs up. Mikey, thumbs down. I mean, this has been a great day.
You're giving Scott Foster a thumbs up, and you didn't see his last comment in the chat.
Do not go back.
Oh, never mind. Get out of here, Scott. You're terrible. Tony Brothers is way better than you. All right, Tyler, you ready for best bets? What's your best bet for today?
I'm
Give me Celtics on that win margin, 11+. I think it's a blowout tonight.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't think so. You don't think the Hawks can keep it close, huh?
No, we're not doing this again.
All right, we're not doing it again. Kurt, isn't this a conversation we've had for every single game?
Yes, every underdog, you're like, don't you think they can keep it close? It's like, no, spread. No.
All right, Kurt, what's your best bet for today? Side total or prop?
Kind of just give us just a nut parlay. I mean, because like the Jason Tatum double to win, Jason Tatum 40+ stuff like that. But I'm more confident in the Jason Tatum double stuff than plus 132. But I do want to give a nut parlay. So let me do Jason Tatum 30+, 31, Celtics to win. And then let's see. Marcus Smart 3 threes, Marcus Smart 2 steals, Jason Tatum over 30 and a half, Celtics to win is plus 988, almost 10-1 odds. So,
say that one more time slower for the people so they can actually put it in.
Marcus Smart over 2.5 threes.
Marcus Smart over 2.5 threes.
2+ steals. Jason Tatum over 30 and a half. Celtics to win. It's almost 10-1.
10-1. Love it. Meg, give us a winner.
I'm inspired by Kurt's parlay. Can I do a parlay too?
Yeah, we got to do something today.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, it's one game, right?
It's
so
one game. You got no one wants to give the lowly Hawks a chance.
And I almost had a really, really good parlay last night with the Kings, and so I'm running it back with this parlay tonight. So Boston to win. Trae Young 10+ assists, DeJounte Murray 25+ points, Tatum 10+ rebounds, plus 1372.
Oh, did you see that, Kurt? She's at plus.
Yeah, she one up me.
I'm not trying to one up you. I'm not trying
Well,
to.
you just got one up. Oh my God! All right.
He inspired me with the same game parlay, and I just
That script worked too because like Trae Young's just getting frustrated and just having to pass it off a lot.
Yeah.
I like that. I think it's
Yeah,
good.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'll go Sadiq Bey over 8.5 points.
I like that too.
And we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll go over the whole weekend's games. Man, tomorrow night's going to be terrible. I wish I could just not understand what's going on tomorrow night. It's not going to be a fun night for me. It's not.
Are you a drinker, Spread? Or
What do you mean? You're gonna.
I might be again.
You're gonna be sad for like 2 minutes. You're gonna be like, well,
how's a beverage?
at least one of my three teams moved on.
First of all, I have more than 3 teams. Okay,
That is true. But you only have 3 in the playoffs. Or
I had
3 in the
4. Now I only have 2 left, and they're playing each other.
Yep.
But then you also add in whoever's playing the Lakers. So technically, the Grizzlies are my team right now too.
Can't be a fan.
2 of my teams are gonna lose tomorrow night. It's gonna be a terrible night.
Just go to work that night, Spread. Just don't watch the games.
Oh, I definitely am. I'll be trying to get overtime. Oh, you guys need some extra help? I'm gonna have headphones in.
You can watch the draft and see the Raiders draft.
That'll
cheer me up.
Yeah. That'll go well.
Yeah.
When they leave all the top cornerbacks on the board tonight and take Joey Porter Jr. like 7th.
Hey, I wouldn't mind though because that would help our bet.
Oh yeah,
that's true. It would help your bet. Yeah.
It's good.
And whoever they pick,
doesn't that rub you as something the Raiders would do? They're like, oh, we're taking a corner, but we're not taking the top 3 guys on the board. Give us the 4th.
I mean, we'll see. This is a new administration, right? Maybe they know what they're doing now. I doubt it. I don't think the coach knows what they're doing.
See how long it took him to lose faith in that statement he made?
I mean, does anyone else on the screen believe in Josh McDaniels?
Well, this is a good question. Non-related to anything sports, but what's your all's favorite drink? I'm gonna guess this is an alcoholic beverage. So what's your favorite beverage?
For alcohol or non-alcoholic? I was gonna say my favorite is sparkling ice fruit punch. Only 15 calories for 33.8 liters. It gives you a nice little taste, especially even if you got a little weed buzz. It'll
I almost hit the button on you again when you said that.
Oh, by the way, Tyler's the one ending these shows, guys. I'm letting people talk.
Okay? It's hysterical, and he's just like, it's done.
Yeah, he ends the show on me. It's terrible, and I'm like making great points. What's your favorite drink, Meg? Bloody Mary.
I'm very situational. You know, if I'm out with the girls, it's wine. If I'm relaxing at home,
what type of wine? White wine or red wine?
Usually white. For relaxing at home, I like even whiskey, a little whiskey to relax. What
type of whiskey? Bourbon, Scotch?
Bourbon, definitely bourbon. And then if I'm out with friends, Basil Hayden.
Oh, that's a good one.
I know that's AP's too. I think I've seen AP talk about Basil Hayden. And then if I'm out, trying to have a lot of fun with friends, definitely just a lot of high noons.
High noons.
So yeah, I have range.
Tyler, what's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Alcohol is the devil's drink, Spread. We don't drink that around here.
You really don't?
This is the guy who legit probably just smoked already 2 bowls or something.
2 bowls, like that's a lot.
Small,
like that's a lot.
2 bowls, I have no idea. My lungs are temple.
What's your favorite whiskey, Kurt?
I don't drink dark liquor. What, I look like a fucking
You really don't drink whiskey?
No, I've had dark liquor one time. I shit my pants and got kicked out of a club. So no.
Oh my god.
At the same time,
what do you just drink? Vodka?
I got kicked out of the club and then I went home and shit my pants. Big difference. Yeah.
I mean, ended on that.
I thought they carried you out with shit in your pants.
No, they didn't do that. Yeah, let me be clear.
So what do you drink then? Like vodka?
I just do vodka soda with splash.
I love a good vodka soda cocktail. Yeah.
I used to be vodka tonic, and then I realized tonic was fucking terrible for you, so I switched to soda.
Mhm.
Tonic is bad for you?
Yeah, it's got some sugar in it.
Tastes
Why?
good, too.
I'm trying to not have any calories or nothing.
What does it have?
Like, it has a lot of sugar, has more calories, has some carbs in it because of the sugar.
That's no good.
So, yeah.
All right, yeah. On that note, hit the music, Tyler.
Oh, I mean, you set me up there. Spread all already.